What if I told you that in 2025, people in a small Colombian city claimed they recovered a metallic sphere that fell from the sky, covered in unknown symbols, with fiber optics inside, and possibly reacting to ancient mantras? It sounds like science fiction, but this might be one of the most controversial UFO cases of the decade. Today, we're going to break down everything. The witnesses, the science, the controversies, and the theories nobody agrees on. Hey everyone, welcome to That's Otherworldly, the place where we dive deep into the mysteries of the universe, from UFO phenomena to unexplained events. Today, we're investigating one of the most debated cases of 2025, the Buga Sphere, discovered in Colombia. Was it alien technology, a secret military drone, or just another viral hoax? In this deep dive, I'll walk you through the entire story, from the first sighting to the latest updates in 2026. If you're into UFOs, aliens, and conspiracy theories, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Let's begin. Everything began on March 2nd, 2025, in the city of Buga, located in Valle del Cauca, Colombia. Multiple witnesses reported seeing a glowing metallic sphere flying erratically across the sky. It zigzagged, it changed altitude suddenly, and it made no engine noise. Something often reported in UAP sightings, also known as unidentified aerial phenomena. Videos appear to show the object emitting multicolored flashing lights. Then suddenly, it collided with high-voltage power lines and slowly descended into a rural area near Alto Bonito. It didn't explode. It didn't burn. It simply descended almost like it was being controlled. This isn't the first time metallic spheres have been reported around the world, but this case is different because civilians reportedly recovered the object before any official government intervention. Some international media outlets reported on the case, which quickly fueled global speculation about extraterrestrial origins. Soon after, reports started mentioning similar spheres appearing in the region. Almost overnight, Buga, known mostly for its religious basilica, became a global UFO hotspot. The sphere was reportedly found by José Arias Restrepo, a street vendor and treasure hunter using a metal detector. He later handed it to local blogger David Velez, who filmed the object and posted it online, where it quickly went viral. Later, Mexican ufologist Jaime Maussan became involved and transported the object to Mexico for further analysis. Physically, the sphere is described as metallic gray and roughly the size of a soccer ball, measuring between 40 and 60 centimeters in diameter. Its surface appears perfectly smooth, with no visible welds or seams. It also contains engraved symbols that some people say resemble ancient runes or unknown writing systems. Internal scans reportedly revealed 3 metal layers, 18 microspheres surrounding a cubic core, and fiber-optic wiring with no visible connectors. Some people also reported strange effects near the object. The ground around the crash site reportedly dried out completely. Some individuals claimed to feel nausea or headaches when standing close to it. There were also claims that the sphere's weight and temperature changed on their own. Some viral videos even claim the sphere vibrates in response to Sanskrit mantras or ancient chants. Now we reach the most controversial part, the scientific analysis. Initial tests were reportedly done in Colombia, followed by further analysis in Mexico by teams connected to Jaime Maussan and Stephen Greer. Reported scans showed concentric internal layers, microspheres, and a cube-like central core. Some researchers described the core as resembling a chip. The fiber-optic material reportedly loses stability above 100 degrees Celsius. Some claims state that the outer aluminum layer has a hardness rating of about 330 Hb, which would be extremely high compared to normal aerospace aluminum. Some reports also claim the material reacts to magnetic fields, even though it is mostly aluminum. The most controversial claim involves carbon-14 dating. Tests allegedly showed an age of about 12,860 years, but only in resin found inside small holes, not in the metal itself. Some references mention university lab involvement, but without official confirmation. One possible explanation is fossil contamination inside the resin. Skeptics argue the testing methods may have been misused or contaminated. There were also claims of weight loss effects during experiments and even attempted theft incidents involving people posing as police. In conferences during 2025, some researchers describe the object as a possible gravity-manipulating probe. Not everyone is convinced. Many scientists in Colombia and internationally believe the sphere could be a hoax. Jaime Maussan has been involved in controversial cases in the past, including the Nazca mummy case. Main criticisms include lack of peer-reviewed studies and lack of publicly available raw data. Some scientists believe the anomalies could be measurement errors. Alternative explanations include experimental drones, art projects, or even space debris. 3D printable models of similar spheres are already circulating online. Carbon dating is also not reliable for synthetic materials. Some researchers have publicly called for strict verification before making extraordinary claims. As of 2026, the sphere reportedly remains in Mexico, and there is still no scientific consensus. However, culturally, it has become a symbol. Some reports claim that in early 2026, Buga built a monument inspired by the event. Interestingly, sphere-like sightings have reportedly been recorded in Colombia since at least 1928. So now the question is yours. Is it an alien probe, a hoax, or secret human technology? Tell me what you think. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for future mysteries. And until the next investigation, stay curious. Before we end this video, here are some lesser-known and fascinating facts about the Buga Sphere that many people don't talk about. One curious detail is how quickly the story spread worldwide. Within just a few days of the first viral videos, the sphere was already being discussed in UFO forums, scientific discussion groups, and even private defense speculation communities online. Some analysts believe the speed of the spread was unusual compared to other UFO cases. Another interesting point is the design symmetry of the sphere. According to some analysis reports, the internal structure appears to be almost perfectly balanced. If true, this would be extremely difficult to achieve using normal manufacturing methods, especially if the internal microspheres are perfectly spaced around the core. Some researchers have also pointed out that spheres are actually considered one of the most efficient shapes in physics. A sphere distributes pressure evenly across its surface, which is why they are used in deep-sea vessels and some aerospace designs. If the object was built intentionally, the shape itself could have been chosen for stability or energy distribution. There are also claims that the engraved symbols may not be random. Some independent researchers have tried comparing them to ancient alphabets, mathematical symbols, and even modern circuit patterns. So far, there is no confirmed match, but the curiosity remains. Another strange claim involves temperature behavior. Some witnesses said the sphere sometimes felt warm, even when left in cool environments. Others claimed it felt cold to the touch in warm weather. There is no scientific confirmation of this, but it continues to be discussed in online communities. Some people also noticed that animals reportedly behaved strangely near the object. There were stories of dogs refusing to approach it and birds avoiding flying directly above it. While this could simply be coincidence, similar claims appear in other UFO case reports. Another fact that many people don't know is that metallic spheres have appeared in historical UFO reports going back decades. In fact, some declassified military documents from various countries mention spherical, unidentified aerial objects performing unusual flight maneuvers. Some UFO historians even link spherical objects to sightings during the Cold War era, where pilots reported glowing or metallic balls pacing aircraft at high speed. There is also an interesting cultural angle. In some ancient cultures, spheres were associated with perfection, eternity, or celestial power. Some conspiracy theorists love pointing this out, although there is no evidence connecting ancient symbolism to the Buga Sphere. Another curiosity is the alleged fiber-optic material inside the sphere. If true, it would suggest some form of data transmission or internal communication system. But again, without publicly verified lab reports, this remains speculation. Some engineers have pointed out that if fiber optics were truly present without visible connectors, it would be extremely unusual by modern engineering standards. Another widely discussed topic is the weight fluctuation claim. Some people believe this could be related to magnetic interference, measurement error, or even simple scale inaccuracies. Others think it could suggest unknown physical properties, although there is currently no scientific evidence for that. Interestingly, similar mysterious metal spheres have occasionally been found washed ashore on beaches around the world. Most of them turned out to be industrial parts or marine equipment. But every time one appears, UFO discussions start all over again. The Buga Sphere also shows how powerful social media can be in shaping modern mysteries. In past decades, cases like this might have stayed local. Today, they can become global conversations in hours. And finally, maybe the most important fact of all, despite all the claims, theories, and debates, there is still no confirmed scientific proof that the sphere is extraterrestrial. But there is also no universally accepted explanation for it either. And maybe that's why this story continues to fascinate people, because sometimes the mystery itself is what keeps us looking up at the sky, wondering what might be out there.